Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Washington Redskins rebuild. That is right. My name is Liquid Jesus, and today we are going to be doing a rebuild for my favorite team, which is, of course, the Washington Redskins. Now, it's been quite a bit of an up and down type of couple years for us, but especially this year, marred in controversy with Jay Gruden. Bruce Allen, of course, getting fired. Some good stuff on the horizon, though. The Redskins now have hired Ron Rivera. Should be getting a GM candidate in here shortly to take over this team. But we're going to have a little fun. We're going to do a series, and we're going to break it up into some parts. But yeah, we're going to build this team up to be, hopefully, a nice contending team. So, what I've done is I've started from the beginning of the beginning of the NFC Conference Championship. You can do that, of course, in Madden. They've had it for a couple years, where if you do a cloud franchise, you can start at any week up until, I think, the Super Bowl. And then you can start the Super Bowl, or even, I think, after it, too. I'm not entirely sure. But, it's a nice little feature. It kind of has everything. So if we go into, for example, the standings, we can easily see that, Bengals have the first overall pick, followed by us, then the Lions, the Giants, Panthers, Dolphins, so yada yada yada. Now everything's not going to be lined up perfectly because this game doesn't account for, I think, strength of the schedule, if I'm not mistaken. We'll scroll over here and take a look. No, doesn't account for strength of schedule, so a couple of these draft picks will be a little jumped up, but it won't be so bad. So, but yeah, we're going to get started here by taking a look at the roster. So, it all starts, not there, it all starts right here at the quarterback position. So, our starting quarterback is Dwayne Haskins. I believe in Dwayne Haskins. I believe he was put in a terrible situation for him to succeed in this entirety of the organization in terms of the quarterback, in terms of playing well. You can see here, 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He was sacked 29 times, and he didn't play that much. I think he played, I want to say, 10 games or so. So, he was destroyed this year. So, we're going to try to do some building of the offensive line. We still have Alex Smith. I don't know what his contract is. We'll take a look at contracts in just a moment. But if we can cut Alex Smith at the end of this year and take the dead money, that would be the best option. If not, we'll just keep him for another year and just deal with it. Let's see, savings, penalty. Yeah, so we'll be taking some dead money there, so that's not good. Looks like we're keeping Alex Smith for another year. Case Keenum. He is a serviceable backup. Depending on his price, I might bring him back, and depending on regression as well. He might come back to the scene and be the backup, but we'll see. Colt McCoy, he'll be gone. Josh Woodrum, I think he looks like he was a practice squad player to be gone. So, running back, you have Darius Geis, who's been absolutely just destroyed in terms of injuries to start his career. I still believe in him, though. He will be our starting tailback for next year, so we're going to keep him. Adrian Peterson, of course, he is my favorite player. Fun fact, I remember watching a game, I can't tell you who they were playing, but it was a game in college. Adrian Peterson was a freshman, and they were talking about how he was this great running back and all this stuff, and I started getting excited about him, and then at that time he busted off a 50-yard run, mowed over a guy and scored a touchdown, and I was like, yep, I can get behind this guy. So being a Redskins fan and seeing Adrian Peterson, even though he hasn't been the AP of 1,700 yard AP, 1,300, that AP 2,000 yard AP, 1,000 yards last year, almost 1,000 yards this year. I mean, it's been wonderful. So he'll be staying on the team. Chris Thompson, I think we'll let go. He's a receiving back, and I have Bryce Love, who's been injured this year, but that's by design. Wendell Smallwood, we'll see what his contract's like. I gotta take a look at the contracts in just a moment. Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, star development, 81 overall. Fantastic wide receiver started this year. He will be hoping to be making a slot receiver. At 6 foot, 208 pounds, I don't think he could be a number 1. He could be a number 2, but I think he best fits in the slot. Paul Richardson, I want to move on from. That would be my hope, is that I can move on from him, but we'll see. Trey Quinn, Kelvin Harmon. Kelvin Harmon, I'd love to boost up if I could. I actually believe in him a lot. I was actually surprised he fell down to the 4th round. Let's take a look. Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say where he fell down to. Oh, look at that. He made one passing to this year. Interesting. I think he fell down to the 4th round this year. So, we'll have to see him. Steven Sims has been a great he's been a great revelation. He's a slot archetype. I might keep him around. Like I said, I'm not playing around with this roster as we're doing this rebuild. But we'll see where we are with everything in terms of the roster. And it looks like a couple depth guys here. Jordan Reed will be moving on from. Even though he's 84 in the game, he's always injured. He's 30 years old. He'll be hitting regression. We can save some cap space by getting rid of him. Vernon Davis, I think, will retire. So tight end's going to be a big need of ours for this upcoming season. So left tackle, of course, we have Trent Williams. That's interesting how they have him listed for a fractured elbow, but we're going to be trading Trent Williams. I'd love to keep him. I'd love to pretend that nothing in the real world had happened, but it did, and I have to rebuild this team thinking of the future, and more importantly, I have to rebuild this team thinking of what would realistically happen. So Trent Williams will be going. I just don't know where. Eric Flowers. I'll be trying to get rid of Eric Flowers as soon as possible. He's not good. Chase Roulier. Brandon Scherf is on an expiring contract. We're going to bring him back. He is the number 5 ranked right guard. He is 28 years old, so he's about to hit regression, but we'll be bringing him back. He's worth it, and we can keep him for 3-4 years, and he'll still be fine. Right tackle, Morgan Moses, solid addition. So we'll need, in terms of the offensive line, we'll be looking at draft, left tackle, left guard, center. I think we'll be fine, and that's about it. Matt Ioannidis, we're keeping. Jonathan Allen, we're keeping. Deron Payne, we're keeping. Now, I'm probably going to move Jonathan Allen to the middle. We are going to be doing a 4-3 defense. So, in fact, I'm going to do that now. So, we're going to move Jonathan Allen to tackle. So, and now we have 83 and 82 off the middle. So, we're good there. So, we need Matt Ioannidis, I think, is a power rusher, so we'll keep him around. He is 26 years old. He's starting development, super strong, great power and finesse move, so I'm okay with him on the left side. So we're going to need a right end. Ryan Kerrigan's going to be interesting. I could move him to right end. Let me see. Yeah, so he's an 85, so I might be able to keep him there, and then just have my guys there, so we're good there. Linebackers, yeah, we're going to need new linebackers. Reuben Foster might be fine up the middle, but we're going to need new linebackers. Montez Swoon. Again, we're moving to a 4-3, so I have to figure this out. Montez Sweat is... Yeah, I think we're going to move Montez Sweat, actually, to right end. And we're going to move Kerrigan. I'm going to try to trade Kerrigan, because I think a team could use him as a pass rusher. I don't think he's a good off-ball linebacker. And you look at, for example, his coverage abilities. I'll back over to left outside linebacker. If you look at his coverage abilities, he is not a good cover guy. Yeah, 45 man cov. Doesn't say 55 zone coverage. Yeah, so he's not going to be good there. He's a pass rusher. We are not going to have pass rushers on our linebackers. We're just going to be focusing on coverage and run stopping. So Ruben Foster is going to be fine because he's a field general. He'll fit the archetype. So I'm expecting big things from Ryan Anderson. We're gonna make our rush right end or rush right or rush left end, I should say. We'll see when the year comes around. Nate Orchard liked him in Hard Knocks, but he will not be having a spot on this team. I just think that we have too many guys who fit what we do. He'll probably will walk them somewhere out. In terms of defensive backs, Josh Norman, probably gonna cut it. We'll see what regression looks like, but we can save $12.5 million, and that's probably what we need to do in terms of everything. Otherwise, yeah, we need to address cornerback, very, very much so. Quentin Dunbar is our top cornerback, and he is below average. He's number 44, so he's not even he is a starting caliber per se, but he might hit regression as well. Josh Norman, no, he'll be gone. We'll be cutting him. Monte Nicholson and Troy Apke. Safety is going to be another position. I like Monte Nicholson a lot. However, if we can improve, we'll improve. Landon Collins, I think 81's harsh overall for him. Landon Collins had a bad year this year, and I think that's just because the schemes were not good. They used him more in coverage, where he is a more physical safety, so they need to have him more play center field and coming over across the middle and making sure that balls don't go there, and more run stopping. So he needs to play more center field than coverage. So Dustin Hopkins will be keeping. He's a decent kicker, and Tressway will be keeping. We have a first, a third, fourth, fifth, and 2 7ths for this year in terms of draft picks. However, we'll be trying to get to some draft picks in terms of the Trent Williams trade. So for this, we're going to be doing auto-generated rookies. The reason being is because I think some people have higher expectations for some players and not. So rather than trying to fight over who's going where, or who's better than who, or yada yada, why is somebody ranked higher than somebody lower, we're just going to go auto-generate rookies like we're normally having. So no Chase Young, no Joe Burrow, no nothing like that. So let's see who we've got. The top player on the board is Shamir Whitaker, a wide receiver, 5'11", 182 pounds, Stanford, deep threat archetype, so he does fit our scheme. However, projected early first, talent of a late first rounder, so I have to see what his combine looks like. Very solid, I don't think he'll be picked for us. Next, Antonio Drew, early first rounder, run stopper, middle linebacker. Again, great, but I don't think he'll be picked for us. Now here's a prospect we could go for. Noah Rudnick, 6'2", 242, 21 years of age, so we've got great room to grow. Not many tight ends are good in this, automatic draft classes, but he might be pretty decent. Early first, mid first, so early first projected, I should say, mid first talent, so we might have to trade down because I don't want to take him too early, so we'll see about that. Oh wow, look at this quarterback here. He is early 3rd round, projected early 1st round talent. Out of Florida State is Evan Riggs. A+ throw power, A mid accuracy, A short accuracy. He might be somebody I keep an eye on. Even though I said Dwayne Haskins is the pick, if we can upgrade somewhere, then we're gonna do it. So, yeah, wow, he is projected to go in the 3rd round. So, either have to get a late 1st or early 2nd if I want him. And I didn't even scout this quarterback either. This was an auto-generated scouted quarterback. So, looking at the wide receiver class here, of course we have Shamir Whitaker, who is the top talent on the board. However, very weak at the top. If we take a look down here, okay, so a couple decent 2nd rounders here. Travis Dickinson and Tyrone Boswell, so some decent ones there. Lincoln Guyton. So it looks like the depth of the wide receiver class is more so in the middle than necessarily up at top. So we can hold off on wide receiver, I feel like, if we can't get anybody decent. So here is a blocking tight end, Simon Nowak. So he could be a target of ours. He is mid-2nd. Projected talent of mid-1st rounder, but he is blocking, so we'll have to see in terms of that. But no. Oh wow, yeah, it looks like a lot of guys at the top are projected early, and they're more mid to late talents. And the guys who are, for example, this E. Benjamin here is 22 years old, early 1st round projection. He's projected as early 2nd rounder, so again, maybe a trade down opportunity, and we'll pick him up and replace Trent Williams. So lots of left guards here. They look good. Centers look decent up at the top. Right guard, we're not going to be scouting because we have Brandon Scherf. And right tackle, we could take a look at some depth players later. Left end. Let's see. Left end, not bad at the top. Be scouting more towards the bottom here. Let's take a flyer on this Connor Tapp. There we go. 4th round talent. 2nd round. Early 2nd round fit. So he could potentially be a late choice. I also have to start building up this draft board a little bit. So if you excuse me, I'm gonna go build that up real quick. Alright, so we're here now. Looking at the draft board, we have so far 38 players, and if you look at this right here, the computer, I guess, decided to check some undrafted, not the scouted, I won't go to the draft board. They did some unscouted defensive tackles, and if you look, there's guys, first of all, you have a late 1st rounder in the 4th round, which is really good. Build up some depth there, so because we have Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen at the defensive tackle position. However, if any of those guys go down, we have no depth behind them, so potentially there. But if you look here, late 5th again, 1st rounder, run stopper, fits our archetype. Kyler Ellison could be used to go, and then even better is you have undrafted early 3rd round projection talent. Alabama speed rusher Sal Stone, who doesn't matter archetype, but finesse moves and hip power, that's really good. So we'll be keeping an eye on the defensive tackle class. Otherwise, I am really interested in this Evan Riggs. We might have to make a decision here on Dwayne Haskins. We'll figure that out once the combine grades come back, because if he runs a decent combine, then we might have to be making some trades here. So let's continue on and go into the off season. Alright, we're here in the off season, and we have some players to sign. Nobody important. It looks like a bunch of people who are lower overalls. So The big fish we have to get is, of course, Brandon Scherf, who, if we don't re-sign right now, I'm willing to franchise tag. So, yeah, I think 3 years is good. It helps with the regression. He's 28 years old, so he'll be hitting regression in a couple of years. So I'll be okay with making this a 3-year, cap hit of $11 million. There we go. 3 years, 38. There we go. Here we go. 3 years, $39 million. Brandon Scherf, is he coming back? Yes, he is. Alright, so we don't have to worry about him. Chris Thompson for $3 million. No, I think I'm going to withdraw my offer for him. Aaron Colvin, 28 years old. No, we can get cheaper and younger. Eric Flowers. No, not for $5 million a year. I'm okay. There we go. Case Keenum, 67, which I forgot to check regression, so we're going to look at regression, guys. That is here. So we're going to look. So Trent Williams went down 5, so we still have a lot of factors. So Ryan Kerrigan went down 24, which makes my decision. I'm going to trade him. I was just thinking about it. If he drops off any further, I mean, I'd love to keep him and make him the all-time Redskins, but I would love to instead trade him. So that's what we're going to do. Jordan Reed, we're going to be cutting. I'm not even going to trade him. He can go to whatever team. He's too injury prone for me. Chris Thompson went down. Colt Point went down. Marcus Moses went down. Josh Norman went down 34 points. Yeah, he's got to go. Josh Norman has got to go. Alex Smith, regression's hitting him hard. Paul Richardson has gone down. He's Cam only went down 2, which isn't so bad. So, like I said, I might keep him depending. Okay, so I think what we have to do now is this: go to my roster, and can't cut Alex Smith because the savings, the penalty is still bad. So we'd only be saving $4 million to $16 million, so we have to keep him for one more year, unfortunately. Alright guys, so the last person, I decided to cut a lot of these guys. They're too low in overall and have no need on this roster. I did re-sign Cam Sims, however, 6'5". I like big body wide receivers, so he'll be nice to keep around, at least for some depth. And I've re-signed Caleb Brantley, Michael Barton, so on and so forth. So the only person I haven't re-signed is Case Keenum. At 1 year, $4 million isn't bad, but I'm going to try to lowball him, and if he declines, then we'll just keep an eye out for the draft. So we're going to go for a 1 year, $3 million offer, and he's going to test free agency. So that's it. No too many shockers here. Once we get an opportunity to, we're going to go ahead and cut Josh Norman and once we get an opportunity, we're going to go cut Josh Norman, Jordan Reed, and trade Trent Williams for our draft pick. So, by the way, the Super Bowl winner was the Kansas City Chiefs, 38-7 over the San Francisco 49ers. Wow, that is a thumping like no other. Let's take a look at the Super Bowl there. Let's look at the stats. So, Kansas City Chiefs had 426 total offense. Patrick Mahomes had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Great game for Pat Mahomes. Jimmy Garoppolo had 1 touchdown, 0 picks, and he was sacked 6 times. Wow. Whereas Pat Mahomes was only sacked once. Rushing involved, Damian Williams had a pretty decent day. Pat Mahomes had also a rushing touchdown, so he was probably MVP of the Super Bowl. Let's see. Sammy Watkins had a touchdown. Marcus Robinson had a touchdown. And that's it for San Francisco. Dante Pettis had a touchdown. Defense for the Chiefs. Who had the moto? Frank Clark. Look at that. Frank Clark absolutely demolished the San Francisco 49ers offensive line. 3 sacks. So if it wasn't Pat Mahomes, then Frank Clark definitely deserved MVP honors. Wow. Alright, well, we're starting on the first week of free agency, so before we even go even further, let's see, can we get rid of Josh Norman and Jordan Reed? Alright, it looks like we are able to get rid of some players, so the first one off the board would be Josh Norman. Again, 12.5 cap room there for a player who's not even starting caliber anymore, who regressed very, very much so. So we'll be releasing him. And Jordan Reed, who again, he's injured. That's why I can't release him. Got it. Well, it turns out you can't release players who are injured, so Jordan Reed probably will be staying on the team for another year, and so will Trent Williams, since he's still injured and I can't trade him, which is bad, because that kind of jacks everything up, but that's okay. We're looking like we're probably going to trade down, so we'll see what we can do. Is there any other salary moves I can make right before free agency? Try to free up some more money. Go over here to savings. Ryan Kerrigan, yeah, he's a 79. He's out for 6 weeks with broken fibula, so I can't get rid of him, can't trade him, can't cut him. Wonderful. I'll tell you what, looking at this roster, there's not much you can do in terms of saving any money. Again, you have Alex Smith, but you can't cut him this year, so we're going to rock with, I think, $28 million in free agency, so not too much room to work with. Actually, no, it didn't. Well, look at that. It looks like it didn't take over, so we're actually working with about $40 million in free agency, which is good. So there we go, $40 million in free agency with some very tantalizing prospects here. Amari Cooper, first off, jumps off the board, with the only team going after him is the Buffalo Bills, but he would fit in very nice with Terry McLaurin. That might be an option we could go. There's also AJ Green down here. X Factor, he's 32 years old. I wouldn't be looking to go more than a year for him. Eric Armstead, we already have Matt Ioannidis, so we're good there. We have no left guards, so Joe Thuney should be a priority of ours, possibly. Yannick Ngakoue, but we have Montez Sweat, so we're good there. No linebacker, Ryan Shazier, which he's still in the game for that. Let's take a look at the quarterbacks here. I'm not interested in any starters. Yeah, you got Tom Brady, of course, but he'll probably go back to New England. He might go somewhere else, but he'll probably go back to New England. Jameis has 7 suitors for him, which is funny. Ryan Tannehill is up here as well. I'll be looking for somebody who might be a good backup quarterback like Marcus Mariota. Would be decent. Josh Rosen, who just realized, wow, they cut Josh Rosen from Miami. That sucks for him. Running back, not really looking for too much. Oh, did Adrian Peterson retire? I didn't catch that. Yes, Adrian Peterson did retire, so you're out. Not Adrian Peterson anymore, so we kind of need a backup running back to Darius Geis. I like Bryce Love a lot, but I think he's still too young to do anything, so we could potentially go Peyton Barber. In fact, if Peyton Barber is available, yeah, there's not many. We have a scheme fit Jalen Richard down here for an elusive. Yeah, we'll put in actually for an offer for Jalen Richard. I think He is 26 years old, star development, 90 speed, 85 juke, 82 carrying. So we'll put it 1 year, and we'll make it probably a low offer, 2.5 million maybe, which is 52 points, but there's not much interest in him, so we'll keep an eye on that. Wide receiver, like I said, we have, of course, the big fish, Amari Cooper, which his would be about $13 million in terms of cap hits, which is not bad for the fair offer. So we'll circle back around and take a look at it and see. I also want to look at the we'll circle back around Amari Cooper. I want to take a look at the combine greens, but we'll see about other fits and other needs on this team before we get Amari Cooper, just because we have some big glaring needs, like for example, left guard, which we have no left guards, period. So there's Eric Flowers, but again, I want to move on for him. Joe Thuney, 85 overall left guard. Still not in regression. He's still a couple years away from that. He's the number 3 ranked for left guard with some very solid stats. Whoever our quarterback is next year, he would be absolutely the good pick to pick up. So we'll keep an eye on him. I think I might, you know what, I want to put my hand in the sweepstakes here. I want to build around this offensive line. So we'll go 4 years. Let's go 46 million. Yeah, 4 years, 46 million, which puts us at 97 points. So we'll see how that works out, because again, if we're moving on from Trent Williams over there, then we need to build up other parts of this offensive line. So right guard, we don't need. Right tackle. Now, Morgan Moses is 74 overall, but I feel like I can get one more good season out of him, so we're not going to be looking at this, even though I do like Jack Conklin. Star development, some solid stats there, but he's not going to fit what I want. Marcus Gilbert, of course, is also a higher rank, but he's way older, so we're not going to go for him. Left end, we're good. Defensive tackle, we're good, so we're not going to be in on Chris Jones, even if he would be a big defensive maker. Again, we have Deron Payne chopping down there in the middle, so we're good there. Right end, we're not going to go for Yannick Ngakoue. I think we're set in terms of pass rusher there. Left outside linebacker, we're good. Matthew Judon looks like it's going to the Texans or the Ravens. I kind of hope the Ravens get him. So middle linebacker, here's something we could address, because even though Reuben Foster is young and he's on a cheap contract, he's also injury prone, and to be honest, we could vastly upgrade this defense by going for a Ryan Shazier or a Joe Scobert. So we'll circle around back to that as well. Right outside linebacker, unless there's a pass coverage, which there's Devondre Campbell, 27 years old. Sorry, we got a ton of love as well. It's 68 zone coverage, 62, so he's not that good. So I'm not gonna pay him the money. Is there anybody else down here? No. Everybody else is kind of a pass rushers, no good off-ball linebackers. There's a couple run stoppers here, like Jake Collins, for example, but I don't think I want to go with him. 70 pass coverage in terms of zone, though. It's not bad. 91 points. How much does he want? He wants a 2-year deal, about $8 million a year. We're gonna hold off on Jamie Collins. So, Kendall Fuller, we could go after. I don't want to blow all the money that we have, and he's more of a slot cornerback, anyways. He would obviously be our top quarterback on this draft, or on this team, but we'll have to take a look at it. Levi Wallace, I do like a lot. 6 foot. He's 25 years old, so he'd be a lot cheaper, and he'd be right in that Quentin Dunbar range, so it wouldn't be bad at all. There's Daryl Worley down here, who's a scheme fit, so we'll be taking a look at that. Free safety. The top free safety out there is Devin Cordy. He is 33 years old, so we'll not be going after him. There's Demarius Randall, who has some very, very low offers. I think I'm going to go in as Demarius Randall sweepstakes here. So I think if we go for 2 years at 5.5, about $6 million, that puts us 9 points ahead of the Eagles. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with weakening our division rivals. So, kicker, we're good on. We're not going to be going for like Aldrich Roses, Greg Zerline, any of those guys. And we have the best punter. So, let's see. Do we want to go for Amari Cooper? If we go for Amari Cooper, we'll be down to $8 million in cap space. We could look to get somebody like Emmanuel Sanders, who we could potentially get on a 1-year deal, so we're not tying up future cap space and stuff. Oh boy, we have some choices to make. Alright, we're going to make a 3-year deal, or a 3-year offer to Ryan Cheese here. Again, 84 overall would be an upgrade over Reuben Foster. The Giants are in on Ryan Shazier. I just saw that. So if we offered him just a base 3-year deal, where would that put us? Put us at 91 points, which would be vastly superior to the Giants. So why don't we lower that into something more manageable, like a 3-year. Let's go 3 years, $18 million, so a $6 million a year offer. Where does that put us? 51 points. Okay, so we have to go a little bit higher than that. So go 3 years, $21 million. That puts us at 56 points. So I think it's the bonus money. Yeah, the bonus money is hurting us. So that's some bonus money there to make it a 3-year, $25 million deal. And still behind the Giants. Alright, we're not getting Ryan Chase here. As much as I'd love to get him and hurt future division foe, we're just not. We're not. It's not happening. So, Corey Littleton has a small market. Gronkowski, which is funny because they have Joe Scobert here that they can get, but instead they're going to go for, it looks like Nick Gronkowski. Danny Trevathan is here. He might not be bad for 1 year, but I think I'm going to stick with Reuben Foster, just kind of see what we have. I'm going to go from there, so. Now here's a big question. Do we make the big offer for Amari Cooper? He is 26 years old, X Factor. He would fit in very nicely with this team. And whoever our quarterback is, he'd be a security blanket. So do we go for it? Do we make the big splash? I think we do. Because we're going to be getting rid of some contracts here. So we'll be able to vastly afford it. So let's go 4 years. $66 million. Where's that plus in terms of base level? It puts us at 95 points overall. And that's it. So we are in on Amari Cooper, Joe Thuney, Demarius Randall, and Jalen Richard. And we advance to next week. And here we go. We get some scrolling, and Joe Thuney accepted, but Amari Cooper rejected. Alright, so one out of two ain't bad. As long as we got the offensive lineman, I'm happy with that. So Darius Geis is back. We'll be fine with that. Where did Amari Cooper go? He went to the Buffalo Bills, so they made a larger offer. So it looks like they increased their bonus money. Because I think I offered $66 million, but I think they increased the bonus money there. So good for him. Josh Gordon's going to the Cowboys. That's interesting. That should be an interesting thing right there. Jameis Winston will now be the new quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. So they get rid of Andrew Luck, who was the first overall pick, who retired, and instead they move on to Jameis Winston. Mike Glennon's still kicking around the league. Look at that, going to the Carolina Panthers. Alright, just like that, if you look over here, Ryan Shazier, his first offer was with the Giants, and it was a little bit, but it looks like it's heating up with the Lions, or correction. Look at that over here. Ryan Shazier had a very low bid from the Giants, and now the Giants aren't even close to being the top bidder. It is now the Lions, Cardinals, and Houston Texans race. So, if we look at some of the top signings, the Jets signed Chris Jones, which is scary. That defense just gets better. Kendall Fuller goes to the Houston Texans. AJ Green goes to the Denver Broncos, will be Drew Lock's security blanket. I like that a lot. Eric Armstead goes to Miami. Very big deal right there. Buffalo gets better with Yannick Ngakoue. So they get Amari Cooper and Yannick Ngakoue. Wow. Good for them. Good for them. Matthew Judon to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joe Scoberg to the Baltimore Ravens, which is a great pickup for them. Jamie Collins, ex-Patriot, goes to Detroit to go with the ex-Patriots. And Jack Conklin to the Seattle Seahawks, which is a very good pickup for them. All right, I think I'm good. Let's see where I'm at with the rest of my negotiations. So, Demarius Randall's market picked up, so it looks like we're not going to be picking him up. As much as I'd love to keep him, I think this is a race up. I don't know. And Jalen Richard we're still in for, so we'll just keep that offer still there. There's still nobody there that's willing to take him, so go to the combine now and look at everybody's combine rooms. Looking at the combine grades now, and we can see right here that Shamir Whitaker is very, very good. 4.42 speed, first in vert, first in broad jump, 3-cone, third, very good. Potentially could be a very, very high playmaker in this league. I don't think he's what we need in terms of what I want to build this offense around. Antonio Drew is a very exciting middle linebacker prospect, though. 4.65 40 with some good run stopping ability there, so we could pick him up and actually move him to right outside linebacker or left outside linebacker, depending on how everything is. Mac Riley, 4.54 40 is concerning. He's very good with press, and looks like he'll be strong in press coverage and man coverage. However, not what I'm looking for in terms of this team. We don't need a left guard. Early first rounder, mid first rounder for Tyson Harris here. And look at Evan Griggs. He is a very slow quarterback, so strong arm, however, very good. He might be something special in this league. I bet you he is superstar potential, but we have to take a look at everything in terms of that. Any good high combine grades here? Warren Winter he's the fastest quarterback here. We'll just scout him really quick. Undrafted talent, we'll take a look at him later. So, any good running backs here that are late? or any high combat grades. Jelani McDougal, late first rounder, however, he had a 7.6 combine grade, 4.45 40, 26 bench reps. That's really good. Zach Chambers, at 40. Nah, we're just looking at that 40 of 4.62, not good at all. 4.57 for Bo Andrews, just big, powerful back, so potentially something good. Wide receiver, any good? Any options here? Looking at some potential high combine grades. You got Khalil Dunn, who's just the strongest wide receiver here. Ran a 4.53, which isn't bad for his size, but not what we're looking for. Tom Lenz, decent combine grade there. Anybody over 6.8 or 7? No. So some decent combine grades here for Roosevelt Cobb and Corey Jarrett. However, they're over projected, so we won't be going for them. What about this Travis Dixon guy? 4.41 speed, pretty good bench reps, deep. All his top 3 are in his route running, so he probably has low catching, but could be a potential good person to pick up. So Noah Rudnick, 4.70 40, which is really good. Yeah, I mean, he can do it all. It looks like he's very vertical in terms of everything. Let's take a look at Simon Black. Very strong impact block, so you know what you're getting with him. Any other high combine grades here? D. Benjamin, early second rounder with, he's probably going to be my target. He's younger than Trent Williams by 10 years. He'll be cheaper. We'll be able to get some draft pick capital out of Trent Williams, so he'll probably be my pick. Then there's Moses Gore, late second rounder, early fourth rounder there. So looks like he's a physical specimen, maybe not necessarily a technical person, but he could potentially be somebody you would go for. Any other decent combine grades there? No. Left guard we're good at. Center I think we're set at. Right guard we're set at. So there's a 6.3 for this Lindsey Bibbs. There's a 6.3 for Lindsey Bibbs here. Late third rounder, late fourth rounder, so decent choice there for somebody later. There's Vaughn Short, who has 42 bench reps. Oh my lord. He must have like 95 strength. Oh boy. I know we said we might keep more Moses. I gotta keep an open mind on this roster here. We might be keeping some players, we might be getting rid of some players, you know what I mean? So right end we're good at. Defensive tackle I think we're good at, but we'll look at Justin Merriweather. He's very good. 30 bench reps with B+ finishes. Yeah. So he might do something special there. Justin Merriweather. Same thing with Kyler Ellison, just big, strong, tough physical guy, 305 pounds. What about my man Sam? Where is he? Sam Stone, 6.1, 4.79 40. For a 287 pound man, that's pretty quick. 26 bench reps, so he's got some strength. So yeah, he might be one of the late round picks there. Here's the other first rounder here, Roman Osgood, zone coverage corner, late first rounder, has 4.37 speed, so he definitely has the speed to keep up with it. 11 bench reps isn't bad. So we might be keeping an eye on him. We do have to address cornerback though. Regardless of anything, we do have to address cornerback somewhere in this draft because we do not have very much depth. And it looks like some guys down here might be decent, but they probably aren't going to be starters. Any high combat grades here? Oh, hey, here we go. Aaron Savoy, 4.5340, which is really good. He's got really good technical aspects. Plus, he's got B+ hit power, B main coverage, so he's really good. And same thing with this Julian Ishmael, who might actually be a better prospect here. Early first rounder. B+ hit power, A- pursuit, so he's more run support. This one's a hybrid. So 4.5340, 4.4940, so he's faster. Oh boy, we'll have some choices on our hands. So, we have a 5th-year option we have to potentially get. It's for Jonathan Allen. Yeah, we're gonna keep him around. I like Jonathan Allen a lot. So we're gonna pick up his 5th-year option. He'll be fine, and we're gonna postpone his negotiations for at least a year. So, all right, looking back over everything, Levi Wallace is still here, so I think I'm gonna throw him a 1-year deal. 1 year, $3.5 million deal. Just to try to get something done here, and we'll see. Or we'll try to get him a multi-year deal. So 1 year, we'll do $12 million for 3 years. It's a 44-point offer, but it might go through. To be honest, he has no market. So we also have Daryl Ward down here. So worst case scenario, if we need some depth, we can pick up some guys. And Levi Wallace accepts. So Jalen Richard did not accept. That's okay. He'll be in free agency most likely. So we'll just sign him then. We are here at the 2020 draft, where it looks like a lot of players are back. So we might be making some trades here shortly. So, but before we do the draft, we'll look at the free agency recap. See who all is available. So Marshawn Lynch is still there. If we want to go for another veteran type presence who can stabilize there. There's also Carlos Hyde. Ricky Seals-Jones might be not bad if we get rid of Jordan Howard. Peyton Barber is there as well. Jalen Richard's still there, but it's looking like he's not going to accept our offer, so that's perfectly fine there. So, but we're going to leave it there. So, in terms of the draft, it starts with the Cincinnati Bengals. We have some decisions to make in terms of our team. Let me know down below what you guys think in terms of players, in terms of what you guys want to do, and yeah, let me know. We'll make this decision as a group effort here to rebuild this proud franchise. So, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'm out.